bit about this year's vegetable garden. We're trying something new, see if I can do better with it. It starts out in the barn. This here is our deep bedding from last winter. And we're slowly digging it out, getting it outside. I've got a helper to help me because I'm not physically able to do most of it. Last fall we fed the sheep pumpkins. So this bedding is full of pumpkin seeds. That dirty bedding goes next. You can see this pile isn't quite thick enough in places. There's still a lot of grass coming up through. But is also full of pumpkin seedlings. And in the spots that didn't have enough pumpkin seedlings of their own, we transplanted a few here just yesterday. So this whole area is going to be covered with pumpkin vines, which will help, and cantaloupe vines and various kinds of squashes. And that will suppress the weeds. The remaining stuff that we need to weed shouldn't be too hard to pull up. Of course, I don't pick a good example, but this soil is pretty loose, and it's not too bad to pull up weeds out of it. Is last year's pumpkin patch. And I've gone ahead and put my vegetables in here this year. Oh, I guess I gotta bring my stool in, I forgot it. I've started over here, we've got 2 rows of potatoes. I learned a new method from Simeon on Swedish Homestead to just put the potatoes on top of the soil and then mulch them in. My dad's skeptical. He says last time he saw somebody bury the potatoes in straw that the mice got in there and ate all the potatoes, so that they had beautiful vines and no potatoes. So we shall see. There's my perennial rhubarb. Requires very little maintenance. Just have to mulch in a little bit every year. And now we have a row of tomatoes. Our soil is so rocky. We've had terrible time trying to put in tomato baskets. So this year we're going to try these garden stakes and running wire across. I may need to add some bracing to the ends to actually make that work. And here we've got a double row of beets. And here it's beets and cabbage. And down here we've got okra. And there's nothing in the second row because okra needs more space. So I've got one more space for one more row left here. I'm probably going to do my strawberries there. The strawberries have suffered from neglect, and so I'm going to dig them up from where they are and put them in this nice mulch. So that's this year's vegetable garden. It's not very big, but hopefully I can actually keep after it with my limitations, and we shall see later in the year how well we do. Those poor strawberries that are basically just lost in the grass now, because I didn't mulch them sufficiently when I put them in, and weeding is always a challenge for me because I have trouble bending over.